Hi, so today we're going to take a quick look at how to write formulas for ionic compounds. And if you recall, all ionic compounds have metals in them, so we're going to see metals in both of our samples today. And so one of these formulas is already very familiar to us, NaCl. And a couple things we know about NaCl. Sodium is found in group 1, so it's got a positive charge. Cl, chloride, is found in group 7, so it means we're going to find it with a negative charge. Notice that there's a positive and a negative, and so we would say that that molecule is electrically neutral. So how do we come up with a formula if we have two other atoms, such as calcium and chlorine here? Well, the first thing we need to do is find the charges from the periodic table, and we do that by knowing that calcium is in group 2, and so elements from group 2, mean group 2, have a charge of 2 positive. And then again, chloride is from group 7, so it's got a negative charge. Now, to get an electrically neutral compound, how many of those chlorides do I need to balance out the calcium? Well, I need 2, so that I have 2 negatives to balance out that 2 positive over here. When I write that as a formula, I don't write the charges. I write CaCl with a subscript of 2, and the subscript of 2 here tells me that I have 2 chloride ions. Now, a shortcut to obtain the same answer is using the charges and doing what we call crisscrossing them. And so over here on the right, I can take the 2 from the 2 plus and the 1 from the 1 minus, cross them down, and that gives me the answer Ca1Cl2. When we write formulas, we don't write those ones, we just omit them. So I end up with the same answer, either way, CaCl2. So just to try a couple more challenging ones, let's think about what we would get if we combine calcium with oxygen and then calcium with nitrogen. So first step, go to the periodic table, find out what the charges are on those. 2 plus, nitrogen, 3 minus. So if I choose to crisscross these charges, I would end up with Ca2O2. But it really doesn't have to be 2 of those. If I have an ionic compound, I always want to reduce to the smallest ratio possible. And so here the correct answer would be CaO, calcium with the 2 positive charge, oxygen 2 negative, that's electrically neutral. Let's look over here, calcium with nitride. The 2 crosses down, the 3 crosses down, and my answer here would be calcium, 3 of them, with nitrogen, 2 of them. If I want to verify that that trick actually worked, let's think about the ions that are there. I have 3 calcium 2 plus, 2 nitrogen 3 minus, and that gives me a total charge of 6 positives to be balanced out by 6 negatives, and that works out. So here's my answer. Thanks for watching.